welcome back to Necessary Measures, the channel to help you build stronger connections with your kids. Today we're going to be talking about enthusiasm, so let's go ahead and get started. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel so that you'll be notified when videos drop just like this one. So in today's episode, we're going to be talking about enthusiasm and using it to help build better and stronger connections with your kids. And I just want to first start by defining enthusiasm. Enthusiasm is an intense and eager enjoyment, interest, or approval. And so one thing you should keep in mind is that kids are learning and exploring this world around them every day. They're learning new things. Every moment is almost a teachable moment, right? A moment to offer some type of teaching and understanding for them, because a lot of the things that they're experiencing, whether they're young toddlers or going off to college, there's still things that they're experiencing and learning for the very first time. And so keeping that in mind as a parent is going to be very important, and using enthusiasm to boost your excitement for things that interest them will really help in building connections with them. So is you want to set the tone for encouragement with your kids, and it may be different at first to be encouraging and to try not to harp on what they could have improved on, but really focusing on the thing that they did well and really building that up, because kids are learning and exploring this world around them, and the last thing they want or that they need to be done is, if they're trying something for the first time, being knocked down for not getting it right. So just kind of keep that in mind as we go and we talk through, encouragement, and it doesn't mean, oh yeah, you did a good job on, making that goal, but next time you should have did this. Like, your encouragement has been diluted. They don't even remember what you said at first. They remember that they wasn't good enough. So just keep that in mind as we talk about using enthusiasm and encouraging your kids to build better connections and stronger connections with them. So to set the tone for encouragement, use different intonations in what you say and how you say it. So for example, if your child is sharing something new with you, or they came across something cool and they're so excited and they come to you and they share that with you, match that excitement, right? So you don't want to say, oh yeah, that sounds good, because as a kid I'd be thinking, really? It doesn't really sound like so. So you want to, oh man, that was so cool, tell me more. Like, using intonations in your voice, and I know it can be difficult because as parents we have so much going on, but these small moments really add up. And so using that enthusiasm, those intonations in your voice is going to make a difference. It's going to allow them to feel more comfortable and more confident when they're sharing things with you. And again, just keep in mind that they're learning and growing and exploring the world around them. So just be encouraging, let them feel comfortable being able to share things with you, as small as they may be, right? Because it starts out small, but it'll grow to major accomplishments in their life that they'll want you to be a part of and share with you. So keep that in mind. Oh, another thing about intonations, I'm going to give you a quick little story time, and I do have an entire episode coming about reading and reading to your kids. I'm really excited about that episode, so look for that in the near future. But practicing intonations when you're doing your read alouds with them, reading stories to them, you don't want to be monotone and no excitement. I mean, honestly, if you're going to teach kids a love of learning, a love of reading, opening up different worlds through books, you gotta make it sound exciting. You have to be, cheerful and enthusiastic about, what you're reading. And so using different voices, characters that have different voices, changing your voice and not being a monotone reader will build that excitement in your kids, and they'll enjoy reading with you. And I can't wait to get into more. That's just like a little snippet, but the reading episode is coming. So excited about that. So try that in your daily conversations with them, just, inflecting, using different, inflections in your voice to show that excitement. And at the end of the day, you want them to feel comfortable talking with you, sharing things with you. And so when you're open to that and they can see that, and you greet them with smiles, and you're bright and you're sunny. And I know that can't be all day, every day, right? But keeping in mind that it's just those small moments, those small times that are really gonna matter. You want to be a part of their world and the things that matter to them. These are, again, opportunities to connect and build stronger relationships with them. So if they share something with you, be excited about it. Be excited to learn more. Question them so that you can really understand. Don't just, get caught up in the, oh, that's great. Sounds good. Good job, buddy. Like that. I almost cringe when I hear parents because it kind of shuts the child down, and I don't like to see that, because if it shuts them down once and it shuts them down again, then it's a pattern, and they start to learn, well, hey, mommy doesn't really care. Dad doesn't really care about what I'm sharing, so why share it? And then you have kids that will internalize that and into not so healthy habits. So be excited about the things that they're excited about. My 7-year-old is so into his Nintendo Switch and all the games, the Pokemon games, the Mario games. And actually it's kind of nostalgic for me and his dad to experience this time with him, because we also grew up, playing the Nintendo games. And it's a cool way for us to relate and connect with him. And so though he obsessively talks about the video games, even I keep in mind that, sometimes if we're around the table for breakfast and, there's some silence, I might just say, hey Chase, did you ever get King Day on, the game? And you guys should see his whole mood changes. He's like, King Day? Yeah, I got King Day. How did you know? So it's just an ability, it's just an opportunity for us to be able to connect on something that he's interested and he's passionate about. And that just opens the door for, things in the future for him to share with us on things that he's excited about or wants to do, which he's very vocal. If you know Chase, he definitely uses his words and will tell us what he wants, when he wants it, repeatedly until he gets it done. So he's very persistent, but that's the joy of being able to have those moments where we can share in the things that interest him. Another thing with enthusiasm and using it to connect with your kids, I am my kids' biggest hype woman. At games, I'm the loudest. They know that their mama is in the building, okay? So be that for your kids, right? And I see a lot of it, as I've attended games and I see a lot of the younger parents do a very good job with being, enthusiastic and encouraging to their kids. So maybe the sports example wasn't the best one, because we all want our kids to, do good and let them hear us rooting for them. But I mean, even down to potty training. We have potty training songs that I've made up and get the kids into, and they love to do it too. Like our potty training thing is, you did it, you did it, you did it, did it. Just to encourage them that, hey, that's something, that's awesome, you did that all by yourself. We also have a teeth brushing song. I'll insert that into the screen. It's really quite hilarious. Okay, so No judgment, but this is how we brush our teeth at night. Ready, Chance? Hit it. Brush, brush, brush your teeth. Get them really clean. Then they'll be all nice and bright. And you won't really look so mean. Brush, 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 brush your teeth. Get them really clean. Then they'll be all nice and bright. And you won't really look so mean. Yeah, finish. You finished brushing? And the kids added a remix too. But basically, I'm just trying to point out that you are your kids' first and biggest, hype person. They should look to you to share in that hype sensation and just kind of have fun with it and make up songs and dance and memories, right? That's something that they will always remember. Hopefully they'll do it with their kids, and it's just an opportunity to, have them be proud of themselves. When I used to teach in the classroom, we had songs for everything. If someone presented and they was really nervous and maybe the class couldn't even hear them because they were like whispering, but the fact that they got up in front of everyone and presented, their project, that was a major accomplishment for that student. And so we'd be like, looking good, or, all those little things. I mean, the kids, they eat it up. And so I just love to watch them get excited about things that they're doing, and it's really fun. So I encourage you to try that with your kids. Oh, one other thing I want to say about being my kids' biggest hype woman is when I pick them up from school at the end of the day, I am on 10, I'm on 20, right? Because I want them to know and to physically see that I am so excited to hear about their day, what they did, what they learned, how was their day, how was school. I mean, I am like, hey, I'm just on 10. And so sometimes, I know that that's hard to do and it might not be a daily thing for some. It's a daily thing for me. But, I understand life, happens, but just try to, greet them with enthusiasm. At the end of the day, in the morning when I wake them up, we have a morning song. Like, every day is a chance to just kind of start anew and to build those memories, build those connections with them, and the little things matter. Be a mood booster when it comes to your kids. Yes, the stresses of every day will get to you some days, but it's not their fault, right? So they're experiencing life with you. It's their journey as well. And just be someone that they can look to that will boost their mood and not bring it down. So what might using enthusiasm and encouragement look like during quarantine? That can be a little tricky. A lot of parents have kind of been forced into a teacher role and homeschooling along with their work, chefing it up in the kitchen for breakfast, lunches, and dinner. And so the stresses of the day can definitely get to you. Just look for those small moments to connect. If your kids are virtual learning this year and you overhear, something that they're working on, if they, are struggling with a math lesson, but they're listening, they're getting through it, just share that, hey, I noticed that the math lesson was kind of tough and you were powering through it. That's awesome, dude. Like, keep up the great work. And tomorrow I look forward to seeing how you power through the math lesson tomorrow. So things like that will give them the encouragement, and it'll be times that you're not there that they look back and they internalize it, and they look back and they remember, how they felt to get through something like that. Also, I want to add that when they are sharing with me about their day, that's them talking, that's communicating, that's the ability for them to use their vocabulary, that's the ability for the little one to learn from the biggest one, learn new words, work on their speaking. There's so many skills that go into just talking that they're getting that practice in, and I love it. I just sit back and I just listen. So homeschooling and living through a global pandemic is hard. It has its stressful days. maybe more than others, but injecting just some of these, tips and tricks into your daily routines, right, will help improve your connections with your kids, building those lasting and meaningful moments that will make all the difference in the world. And ultimately, that's what we want as parents, right? We want their character to come through when we're not right there. We want them to show the world how special they are and have that confidence in order to do so. So little changes, tips and tricks to help you get through this, all of this stuff is what this channel is all about. So I hope you enjoyed this quick video on enthusiasm and using some enthusiasm with your kids. Comment below if you think that injecting some enthusiasm into your daily lives will be easy or hard, and give me a thumbs up if you liked what you saw today. Remember to subscribe to the channel so you can be updated when videos drop just like this. I'll see you next time. This is Necessary Measures.